roll.
And we are,
All right, I'd like to call April 14, 2022 board meeting to order. Right now, roll call, we have 4 out of 5, and Richard's on the way, should be here in a few minutes. We'll stand up and we'll do the pledge. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing. Dear Heavenly Father, be with us tonight as we make decisions for our teachers and school district. Thank you for the grace and mercy, and guide us and protect us as we go forward, and keep everybody safe over the Easter weekend. In thy name we pray. Amen. I want to welcome the news media and teachers and administration and public that we have today. We'll get a motion to approve the agenda as presented. Motion and second. All those in favor? Opposed? Ayes have it. All right, we'll start with public participation.
We have one, Dr. Shepard.
All right.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Once again, I'm here to talk with the board about the importance of diversity, equity, and inclusion in the Cleveland School District. Currently, we have 3 schools operating in grades pre-K through 3rd grade with not but one black teacher within that grade configuration. Research supports the fact that when students are provided diverse environments, student achievement increases and their way of feeling about themselves increases. And the entire school culture benefits from that. All I'm asking for is equality. I don't think any person in here would say, and particularly our board members, it would be acceptable for your child to go to a school where all the teachers are the opposite race. So say you are white, and every teacher in grade pre-K through 3 is black. I don't think you would be sending your child there, because you would expect a diverse environment for them. So I'm asking for equality, and I'm asking for us to provide all students the environments that they need to excel. I'm also asking for equity in our schools. Many of our schools are struggling. Your test data indicates that, particularly in the areas of math. I'm asking that the board will provide them the resources, supports, and services such that they could be successful. I'm also asking for equity as it relates to the treatment from this board. Just last month, I witnessed Jason Shaw come before this board and threaten y'all. His words exactly was, "You don't want me to fight you." And y'all, he walked out of here getting everything he wanted. Then he went to his Cleveland Reform page and made a note and said, "You don't have to worry about the heating and the air conditioning because it's coming." The reason I know it's coming is my company has been hired to provide this service. He talked about connecting the air conditioners to a fire alarm system. Under any other circumstance, if it can happen for Jason Shaw, which I don't have any problem with it should happen for any other race that approaches this board as a vendor. So provide equity for all people. That's all I'm asking for. You expect the same for yourself. You expect the same for your children. Provide the same for all children that are in the Cleveland School District. The final thing I want to talk about is the need for a new high school. We need a new high school. Cleveland High School building is dilapidated. I listened to the architects as they presented all of the concerns that building had. At that time, the board was using that architect's report to justify the need to close Eastside High School as opposed to Cleveland High School. So with that being the case, we need to explore opportunities to provide our kids a new high school on neutral ground. We need to close these elementary schools. We got 2 that need to be closed in order for us to use the money so that we can support our children in ways that will prepare them for colleges, for careers, and for life. Thank you.
Thank you.
That is it.
All
On the
right.
rest.
We move on to the cabinet update.
All right, how's everybody doing?
All right.
Well, it's kind of late, we having a board meeting, late in the month, so we normally have it a little earlier. So, and then we having it on a different day, so I thank y'all for coming. So we'll start, as usual, with our district mission, vision, values, and our fundamentals. Our 4 goals of student achievement, positive culture, community engagement, and employee retention. And we'll go right into the updates. The testing window is open for state testing. We start next Tuesday with the 3rd grade gate. So the window opened on the 11th. We start testing when we get back on the 19th. So please have them up. Please have them ready. Please have them at school. We got to make 95% testing. We need everybody there bright and early so we can get started. Graduation. Graduation is going to be May 28th at 10 a.m. and it'll be at Delta State. The high school principal's already got everything situated. It'll be nice and early. So it's going to be some more literature that's going out from the high school pertaining to graduation, but it's going to be, we're having a normal graduation this year. This is the first one we've had in 2 years. So, you know, the first year when COVID came, we had it on stage, then last year we had it outside, and this year they want to do it inside at Delta State where it's normally held. Principal and director evaluations. We are complete. We're missing maybe 1 evaluation left. That's been a long task, something that we have to do every year. We have to turn those results into MDE every year for evaluations. So we're well ahead of the due date, but we're almost through. We got a couple more directors to do evaluations for. It's been really good. Evaluations were better this year than were last year. Boys and Girls Club had a meeting today. We did a tour at Cypress. I sent you all the video of Cypress that is cleaned out now. So today we had a meeting with some representatives led by Jamie. Jamie helped us out with introducing us to some people, Boys and Girls Club. There's quite a possibility that I'm going to bring some documentation to you next month that they want to use their building for a Boys and Girls Club for the city of Cleveland. That's pretty good. They're going to write up an MOU and give it to us and go through the board attorney, let them read through it. But that will be something good. There's some things that we're going to fix in the building that we already had done, ready to fix. The roof needs to be fixed, so we had already had that set out to get fixed. But I'll give you more information about that as I get it. But that was good today. He was fairly excited.
As an add-on, one of the gentlemen by the name is David Dallas. He is one of the leaders of the Boys and Girls Club of Cleveland. He and Jay have worked together in the past. They've recently gotten some big grants from various sources, and they really want to partner up. The Boys and Girls Club of Cleveland was actually one of the surprise recipients of the grant, and they want to do a Boys and Girls Club here in Cleveland and partner up with the Cleveland School District to try and get a good partnership with y'all. And I think they'll develop paperwork, like you said, get it to y'all and disseminate it for future events.
They also want to send something to me. They also want to start to do something at our summer school this year and at our Wolfpack Academy this year at the high school. So they want to implement something early too for our kids to say when summer school is over for the day that they have another program that starts at the high school. When the Wolfpack is over for that day, they have something started at the high school. So that'd be really good too. So they're going to send us all that in the next couple weeks. I'll let you know. I want to give you an ESSER update on our balances. Our ESSER 1 balance right now is $12,156. 31 cents, then supposed to be a comma, it's supposed to be adjustment. So, we're at 12,000, we gotta have it spent by the September 30th of 2022, we're right on track. So it's not 12 million, it's 12,000. Okay, it's 12,000. All right, ERSA 2, our balance is 4.5 million, which is September 30th to 23, and our ARP, which is considered to be ERSA 3, our balance is 10.8 million, and it's gotta be spent by September 24. We have it all planned out. The issue is, and I don't know if you've been watching, it's just taking so long to get everything going. As far as, say, supplies, the builders, going through the architects, because they have so many projects as well. So it's not like we don't have the money planned out. We have it all planned out. It's just taking a while to get through the process to get it all done. But we have all the money planned out. Some of the major things that we do have planned for it is bathroom renovations, the roof, the ceiling for the schools that don't have walls, trying to drop the walls down and all that stuff too. Everything had to be associated to COVID. So you just couldn't spend it the way you wanted to spend it. Like we couldn't say we're gonna buy doors or whatever. They wouldn't even let us do that. So you have to associate everything and spend the COVID. And you have to write a narrative and then they'll kick it back. Then you gotta write it again. So MDE has to approve all your projects. AR. All right. This is our 39 weeks results. So the words read. For third place, it is Hayes Cooper with 12.4 million words read. She's not gonna be here tonight. In second place is Bell Academy with 17.6 million. And in first place was Cleveland Central Middle Schools with 201 million.
Y'all making them numbers up.
Hey, if you knew Miss Jones, the librarian, she's something, boy. She don't play around. Books read. Third place was CCMS with 4,001 books. Second place is Bell Academy with 5,661 books. And first place is H.M. Naylor with 7,061 books. All right, for comprehension, our third place is Bell Academy with 86.78%. Our second place is Hayes Cooper with 87.11%. And our first place is H.M. Naylor with 93.22%. So you gotta give me my H.M. Naylor. You remember they got kindergarten through second. So it's counting for the kids that are in the lower grades. So that's helping out for when they transfer over to D.M. Smith. That's a really good thing. Business department.
Good evening. The financial for February 2022. District maintenance cash on hand was 19.2 million. Accounts payable had 359,000. Food service 1.3 million. Payroll had 813,000. Fund balance analysis. All funds a little 25.3 million. Last year this time through February we were at 19.4 million. Got an increase of 5.9 million. District maintenance 18.5 million. Last year through February, we were at 12.5 with an increase of a little over 6 million.
That's say 21, but it's gonna be 22, right? February 22.
February 22. I'm sorry, yes, 22. Statement of revenues through February, we had 27.5 million. Last year through February, we had 25.9 million, so an increase of 1.5 million. Statement of expenditures through February, a little 21.1 million. Last year we spent about 22 million, so we are down in expenditures by 1.1 million.
All right. If there are no other questions for any other slides on the presentation, that concludes my report.
All right. Can I get a motion to approve the cabinet update?
I so moved.
A second? Been motion and second, approve the update. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. All right, approve the consent agenda.
I'll make the motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Is second? Been motion and second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Set date and time for next regular board meeting, May the 9th at 6 p.m.
I'm good with it.
That's on Monday.
I'll make the motion to approve the board meeting for Monday, May the 9th at 6 p.m.
Been motion and second to make it May the 9th, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Approve the claims document.
I got, one thing I'd just like to ask for you, before I ask you a couple questions on this, is, you know, with rising prices, diesel prices, how are we on our budget as far as we budgeted for fuel?
We are still on budget. And the reason was because we had already increased about 15% more than we normally do every year. So we actually sat down last week and Sarah Saturday night and looked to see where he is and to see out if we were gonna finish out the rest of the school year, which is due in April and May, and we should be on target.
Okay. You know, prices are just.
Yeah, but next year it's gonna probably really be,
Yeah, we'll have to add to it.
you know, the answer for next year for sure.
That's gonna try for a grant.
Miss Alexander wants an electric bus.
Right.
It's $300,000.
Hold on, diesel fuel. I don't think our diesel fuel budget. I can't remember exactly the figure, but I know it. Yeah, yeah. My only question is on all these babies. You know, the same thing, Ms. Howard brought up earlier is these dates and the amounts of this money that's, you know, what I'm looking at is PO dates from August, September.
Okay, so they are, it's a contractual services. When you all approve them, they open a PO then. It may be for 100,000 at
Well
one school.
over 190.
Well, I'm just giving you
Right.
an example. But they will use those PO amounts at that school location until that particular PO has been exhausted. It may be 6 months or a year to use up that whole PO.
Okay.
That's why we use the old PO, use up that 100,000. It may have voted on it.
It's not that bill has been sitting there since.
No, it's not in
No.
the bill. This is just when they actually got approved to do that, contract at that time with that amount. Yes, when you approve it, we open a PO for that amount. And they will keep deducted from that amount throughout the year until that PO has been exhausted.
Okay. That's all the questions I got.
Hold on, Mr. Bob, we got one more you missed.
Which one's that?
We just want to tell you update.
Okay.
We just want to tell you one.
Naylor, we did have a high water bill, it went from $52 to $413. So we are checking on, trying to find out what the water is on that particular meter. We got 3 meters at this location, so we're trying to, locate the water there. While we do straight then, we make adjustment with the city.
All right.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Long time of year, there's no water.
They lie.
How much is right here now?
Oh, my God.
2.5, 2.5 miles before.
It's pretty rough in there, Jackson.
Down around the beach. All right, is that, any more questions on the claims docket?
Make the motion to approve.
Been motion and second to approve the claims docket. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. All right, approve to accept which decision, call it however you want, for board member compensation expenses to be $67 for no more than 36 meetings or annual salary of $2,400. Get a motion to accept that?
What is it, man?
Okay, so 67, however it is now, the month.
We wouldn't give $2,400 a year now, are we?
200 a month. Well, more.
They add up. So we're just gonna do, because by state law, we got the option of taking it as,
Yeah.
12 payments, or every meeting so much, for a maximum of 36 meetings.
That's all.
Right. I'm good, whatever y'all want, I don't mind.
That's the way she wants her. That's what we go. I get a motion?
Oh, we all gonna do this?
No.
What's the easiest one to do?
I'm gonna leave mine like it is.
Oh, okay.
It's on your voice line.
I thought we were changing something. Miss House did.
You change it. She wants it for her.
Okay,
I want to keep
okay.
mine.
I want mine just to be the easiest way possible.
We're gonna start taking you for a high bill, girl.
All right, can I get a motion?
I'll make the motion to approve.
Can I get a second? Get a motion second, all those in favor? Opposed? Ayes have it. All right. Approval for maintenance director to advertise for solid waste collection and disposal. Is there a motion that's it?
And that, how long a contract is normally for?
When we advertise, we ask them to do 1, 2, and 3 years.
Okay.
Okay.
But this is the first time I remember bidding this in a while.
Right, it's been 3 years.
Okay.
This is a formality to go through.
Who had it now, Allied?
It was RES.
Okay.
RES sold to
Waste Pro,
William.
That's who does it now.
Arrow. You got some with the Arrow, some with Waste Pro.
This is for all our open top dumps, front dumps. Yes, sir.
Can I get a motion? Get a second? A motion and second to approve the advertise, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. All right, approval of federal programs to add additional web license to each school for 22-23 school year for Renaissance Learning for a total of $14,604. Not per school, that's the total. They open our license.
And
More kids.
more kids.
Yeah. We're just getting more licenses so every kid can have a license, so we don't run out.
This is gonna come out of maintenance and not
Federal.
federal program.
Yes, sir.
All our kids don't have one now. They do.
They do. This is for additional students that will come in for next school year.
So good, they can get more children.
Right.
We know we did.
We're planning for it.
Right.
So that what normally happens is you'll get into school and then you won't have enough. And then all the kids, they can't log in.
Right.
But if we commit,
Yeah, we'll be fine. It's 14,000.
and then we don't get more kids.
We'll
Well, wait till we're gonna set off and get them, as you see, we need more kids.
Yes.
You're not
Because-
gonna go out and buy this limited amount of.
We've already paid for some stuff through ELSA already for multiple years for Renaissance. Just realized that we're probably gonna need more. So that's more than $14,000 some dollars for the whole year. Because we've had it happen before. Like you run out of license, that means that you don't have enough licenses for the kids to get on. So Mr. Hill will call in and he'll say, I don't have enough license, everybody can't log on, so they can't do the Renaissance, they can't do the AR stuff. So that's what we're trying to head off right now.
So this is pretty much the average amount that we'll need to add every year.
All right, can I get a motion?
So many.
All right, been moved, can I get a second?
Second.
A motion and second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. All right, approval of Cleveland School District in a partnership with School Word for the 4K Summer Enrichment Program.
What's good works? School work is, we contract with the company out of Jackson, like we did last year, and we pay for our summer enrichment for 14 through our ESSA grant. Last year we paid for it with ESSA 1, this year we paid for it for ESSA 2. All they do is use the building. They'll school, they provide teachers, the resources, and we provide food as well. But they do everything. Our 4K teachers want to go home. So we have somebody come in and do everything. End of the day, end of the year, it's like a field day event with the bounces and all that kind of stuff. So it's for the four-year-olds that are presently enrolled, and it's for 30 students. And when we don't get the number from that group, we pull from the ones that are already pre-registered.
Okay.
So it's roughly $1,000.
It's to combat the learning loss. We're still dealing with learning loss. We got, last year, I think Head Start was still virtual 100%. Some of us, our students still elected last year. And so that is the main problem that we're trying to help out with. So they go to learning centers, there's some learning, there's some fun, and that's what it is.
So just
All right.
working with them on the basics and things that they would have covered during the year.
And then a lot of fun stuff is robotics, it's nature, stuff with nature, but you're still learning at the same time.
Everything the 4-year-olds fun.
Yes.
All right, can I get a motion?
Second.
The motion is second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. All right. Approve of federal program, submit the school improvement 1003.
1003.
10, do what?
1003G.
1003G application.
What's a 1003G?
What is that,
This
1003G?
the SIG application, the school improvement application. They had extra money at MDE for ELSA, so they distribute allocations to the districts in order for them to spend it. But you can only spend it on learning loss, instructional time, and SEL.
So you're gonna apply for it?
Yes.
Well, oh, you said this is the application?
Yes, this is the application that has to be approved before I submit it.
Make the motion to approve.
Yes, then motion seconded, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, approval of Baldwin County Public Works Repair, CCNS, CCDTC parking lot.
I give that credit to Ms. Holmes. Ms. Holmes called me and introduced me to this man, and you want to tell him about what it is?
Mr. McBride, I was over at I was about to tell my colleagues. And I remember, when I was at Eastside, they helped us with the parking lot out back by the football field. So I went to Mr. McBride, my county supervisor, and told him, and he told me to have Dr. Bell to call him.
All right, can I
So
get a
it's
motion?
already been approved?
We have to,
We
we have to
approve it,
write
and
and
then
ask
they'll come do
permission.
it. Okay. Make the motion to approve.
Second.
The motion is second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. All right, approval for Cleveland School District to enter in partnership with Teach for America, 2001 to 2022.
You might want to stay up there for a minute.
I'm just gonna stand here for a little while. So, we do have the final, MOU, with the, suggestions, from the board from last month. There were some questions about the payment. And so, in that contract, TFA does require districts to, support with the professional development of those students that, are in that program. And so that is a $5,000 cost to the district. I know that was something that was brought up the last time. And with the new contract, we did update the wording as far as the, student data and just the explanation of those things. So that is why it was pulled last month.
All right, Laurie said you can look at it.
Same as always.
Same as always, but that's what we had questioned in the past, was this just seemed a lot, and we got some explaining with them, and it's stuff we've done in the past.
And they're obligated to fulfill how long the term is?
Once November 1 comes around,
They can leave.
Yeah,
It's always been that.
and that's always been that way.
and
All right.
What value are they to us if they leave at the beginning of the year
Do what?
to help us?
I'm sorry, I said,
If they're teaching with us, we're partnering with them for training and, the experience.
Looks like they have to pay
The
the
whole
whole amount.
obligation to fulfill a contract with us,
We don't have a contract.
you don't have a contract with them.
what we do with the students. And they've got a contract with the students as well, the Teach for America folks, don't they?
You have a contract with Teach for America. Not that, the specific.
Not the person.
Not the person.
Okay.
So they agree to provide you with teachers, X
So
amount.
I hire you to teach math, my contract with you is to teach
With
for America.
TFA.
You don't fulfill it, your obligation is to teach for America.
So they feel
Yeah,
us.
I don't remember us having a major ordeal with teach for America.
You've never had a major ordeal, let me put it this way, the expectation is they come in, they're looking for the placement. That is the reason why they're here. That's the reason why they've come, is for that job to fulfill that, and more often than not. I mean, I personally don't know of anybody who's tried to escape or leave or break or breach, but they come here for that purpose. And that's the reason why y'all partner with them. And in the past, you've never had a problem. You just see certain things at certain times, and any contract's good until something comes up. And in this particular matter, it was like, hey, money's tight, let's look at something. And then you realize this could have happened all along. Every time you signed that contract over the last 10 to 12 years with Teach for America, they could have done that.
All right, can I get a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
The second?
I'll say.
The motion second, partnership with Teach for America, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Approve for Department of Curriculum to advertise a request for proposals for phonic curriculum. Department of Curriculum to advertise for proposals for phonic curriculum.
And this is the RFP, so we can go ahead and advertise and get that phonics program for teachers. We're currently using Saxon phonics, but due to the cost, once we get it, for K2, it'll be over that $50,000. So we want to just be sure that we have the RFP out so that we can come in and have these.
So it doesn't mean that you're not gonna use Saxon phonics, you're gonna advertise.
But we'll use whatever company we need. So, the proposal,
Section may be out.
if that's what they choose.
That's what they choose.
Because
That's
adding
the-
second grade in, it's
The
above
teachers.
the limit.
They got a bid on it.
They got a bid on it.
They got a bid on it.
This is a secret, the request to bid. So once they get the bid, they'll publish, get the best bid. Saxon could be the best, it might not be. This is just a request for them.
How long have we been
To
using
publish.
Saxon?
I know she's not living in this, so like 2.5 years.
Anybody have any prior knowledge of that? How long have we used it?
We use Saxon phonics at Bell. It's been there since before I came.
Okay.
This is just to advertise.
This is just to have a request for bids.
I make a motion to approve.
Then motion second to approve, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Approve for Department of Curriculum to advertise a request for proposals for HQIM math and comprehensive reading curriculum. Same thing?
Yes, sir, it's the same thing.
What's HQI?
So, it's high quality instructional materials, and the item number 15 will explain 14. So, last board meeting, Dr. Dutcher did announce that we received a $1.2 million grant from MDE to purchase, K-12 comprehensive reading and math curriculum. So, if we're gonna purchase it district-wide, it will be over that $50,000, so we need to advertise for it.
Motion to approve.
Then motion to approve, can I get a second?
Second.
The motion is second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. 14 or 15?
15.
Approval for Department of Curriculum and Instruction to accept MDE HQIM grant award.
That's
Can I
just,
get a motion to accept the grant?
I'll make that motion.
You will make that motion. Then motion second to accept the grant, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Approved to request for a school resource officer summer learning program.
So for our, promotional summer school, our third grade literacy at Wolfpack Academy, then at the high school, we'll need a resource officer.
Can I get a motion?
I so moved.
Second, the motion second to approve the resource officer, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. All right, approve of Cleveland School District to provide remediation and enrichment services to students.
And this is just, for Wolfpack Academy. It will run the 27th of June to, July 15th.
And that, it says,
Pay for our ESSER funds.
Yes,
is
sir.
that what it is?
Yes, Wolfpack for remediation and enrichment.
I second.
The motion second to approve, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Approved for Cleveland School District to provide for promotional summer school.
Also, this is just for, promotion, for any pay for our ESSER 3, I believe. And, this promotion summer school ran the 1st of June to the 22nd.
And for what grade will that be?
It will be 1st grade through, 12th grade.
First through 12.
Mm-hmm.
And but in the high school level will be a traditional summer school, it would be,
It will be, well-based. It will be
Well-based.
well-based, yes, sir.
Need a motion?
make that motion approved.
Second?
Second.
A motion second, all those in favor? Opposed? Ayes have it.
Aye.
Approve for Cleveland School District to provide third grade literacy remediation to support third grade gate. Recess.
So this,
Oh, go ahead.
well, this is just remediation for those students who do not pass the third grade gate. We have an assessment in April and in May. The next assessment will be the end of June. So the district, we want to provide remediation for those students prior to taking that last assessment.
So this will happen before the last test?
Yes, sir.
All right, so right now, what's our percentage look like? Right.
Well,
That
the
may be
numbers,
something you already don't know.
Is it, you're talking about right now where we're sitting? We're sitting around 70-something% from the last benchmark.
So that 30% have two more opportunities in May. and then-
You're talking about projection, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, projection is around 70-something%, which is not what we wanna be. But, like I said before, it's a one-day hit and get.
Yeah.
One day, and it could go either way.
But you got 2 testing dates left after.
After
We
the
had to
regular.
do that.
Is there good participation at this during summertime, leading up to that June test? The kids home?
so
Last year
what
we did.
happens is everyone starts in April. Those students who don't pass the April test are allowed to be tested in May, and those students who don't pass the May assessment are allowed to take it in June. So between each assessment, we're required to provide remediation. And so,
They don't have to take it, they just volunteer.
Yeah, what I
For
was asking,
remediation.
how many folks take advantage of remediation?
well, what we're making a requirement, if they fail those assessments in the last one in June, they have to come.
So they all.
It's mandatory.
That's why we have to approve it if it's required.
Well, it's not required by MDE, but we're just providing it for our youth.
Okay.
And it's 60-something%, it's not 70, it's 60-something. Our last time we took it on the regular, which was 18-19, I think our first time pass rate for the district was high 50 on first time pass.
It's always,
When they gonna put in keep in it where parents don't wanna hold them back, they're gonna pass them anyway. When, you know, when we gonna keep holding back? You know, they don't pass the test, they get a hardship or do something else, we can send them on.
Well, this year is good cause exemption.
Good
For
cause
the kids,
exemption.
for the kids that don't pass, you gotta have all this paperwork. But we've been going through this all year with good cause exemption, making sure everybody
Well, I
got the
don't,
paperwork.
I don't know of one that has failed, since this has been in.
Yeah.
I don't know of one.
The good cause helps some kids that need it. But you know, some people do take advantage of it.
All right, can I get a motion?
I so
when we do
moved.
that? All right, motion second, all those in favor?
aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. District enter partnership with reading is fundamental.
So this, partnership is at no cost to the district. We're, actually waiting on
to see the legislature is going to increase funding to 1 million. And what we'll do is provide, reading materials, and parent engagement materials to the community. And so all of our K-5 students, well, pre-K-5 students, will receive, resources and parent, materials as well. But it's not just for Cleveland School District, it's for Bolivar County. They have to serve 12,000, students and families. So, but we know that all of our students will be able to get the opportunity.
Make a motion to approve.
All right, the motion, can I get a second? The motion second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. All right, approval of CCDTC to have 5 days consultation services with Stellar Consulting.
Even.
We are requesting for 5 days. For those 5 days, we're actually being geared up for next year. With teachers that are CCE teachers, they generally come out of industry, they're not taught to be teachers. And so in order to increase the rigor of the assessments, and also we don't have benchmarks as they do in the regular academic setting, being able to create those assessments early, getting teachers ready for next year, they come in hitting the ground running, not trying to scramble and figure it out along the way. They're also going to be doing data analysis, looking at their data from this year's testing to see where the first year students may need additional help and resources as well throughout the summer. They also have additional time, because as I said, not being formally taught to be an educator, they need additional time in order to be able to understand what things they can put in and what things those students would need in order to give them higher scores on their national certification.
A quick question.
Yes, ma'am.
I was noticing that on the, positions available, you have a lot of positions available. Have you set a date for the consultations and who will be going to the training?
Those trainings will be held in our building. They will start as soon as this is approved, of course. And as the test scores are coming back, especially the national certifications, those are a little bit different because MDE does not give us information on those. They come directly from those companies. MDE does not give us those tests anymore. So we have to kind of create our own way. So as those teachers that are there now, we're focusing on those there now. As we get new teachers in, those teachers would also will also have to hire the consultant for those teachers as well at the beginning of the year.
So in case of existing teachers now, then you will have to.
That's 5 days twice or just one time?
5 days for
So the teachers we have now and the new teachers coming on, and that'll be 10 days?
Yes, ma'am.
Then this approval is just for these 5.
This is just for this 5.
Okay.
Make a motion to approve.
Well, how much was it in the
It's $5,000.
5,000 total
Yes,
or per day?
1,000 per day.
Per day?
Per day.
1,000.
It's $1,000 per day.
Okay.
You with it?
Yeah, I'm good with it.
I need a man.
All right, can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Get a second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Approve to accept the addendum for the MS Delta Gear Up DSU partnership.
This is just the addendum to the contract that was approved last month. They just added the additional data sharing agreement. And so I did submit that to Mr. Luciano, and he looked at everything.
Get a motion?
On your sense, good. I make the motion to approve.
And motion second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Approval of Cleveland School District 22-23 academic calendar.
So what we did, no, everybody's not gonna be happy, you know that. But, and I'll tell you, we didn't make that an option at first because we had gotten so many complaints about coming back in the middle of the year before, in the middle of the week before. They didn't like it, so we went back and we did it again and they voted for it. And so that's what the one that was.
So you did
We did a
middle of
whole,
the week, middle of the week. and
we
then
did a middle of the week and the one that won the last time. But this time to vote. This is our second vote. So they voted on,
Everybody got a chance to vote.
yeah.
Everybody got a chance.
Everybody voted counted ballot.
Nobody counted. He did it on the computer, so nobody had no hand in it. No ballot stuff.
Well, they'll get out on the 20th of December and return
On
the 30th. Well,
Is it the
first.
third?
The first, whatever. Oh, well, I guess
It's the third or something, fourth.
It is the third.
Fourth.
Yeah, that's the first day of
It's in the middle of the week, I know that.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Wednesday the fourth.
Wednesday the fourth.
23.
Can I get a motion to that effect?
I'll make the motion to approve the calendar as presented.
Then motion and second, all those in favor?
Ah,
Opposed? All right, remove from table and approval personal policy revisions. Personnel policy revisions. You know, we ready to do that?
Which one was that?
Number 24. Personnel policy revisions.
That's not the calendar. Is that the one with the K?
This is section GBR, J.
I had it all pulled up.
this is the one referring to licensed employees and teaching assistant, full-time licensed and non-licensed absences.
Change the terminology before you leave it.
Yeah, take that one.
Thank
Take that one.
Table?
Yeah, it was supposed to be tabled with the other one that we took off. Our human resource person was gonna be here today, but then we got a call today, said she wasn't gonna be here, so.
Well, it's still table, we ain't remove it.
Okay.
All right, we go 25. Discussion and table of all these handbooks and manuals and plans, and I'm not gonna read that one of them. Can I get a motion to table these?
So moved.
Second.
Get a motion second, table all these handbooks and manuals and plans and all those in favor.
Ah,
Opposed? Ayes have it, we'll table them.
I don't, you know, athletics, coaches handbook, student athletics.
It's everything we got. You can read over them.
They all know.
You can read
Hey,
over them.
read over them as you drive. If you want to things that they just read out loud, Mr. Boss.
All right, number 26, approval of board retreat June 2022.
Did everybody see the,
What's the date on that again?
what's the date?
23rd and 24th.
We go down on the 22nd, but the meeting is actually on the 23rd and 24th.
23rd is all day, 24th is a half a day. And it's at the Hilton in Jackson. The location when we checked on Mr. Bob, it wasn't a go.
Oh. I've got some type of national meeting in June for my work, and they haven't announced the date to it.
Okay.
I would certainly, you know it's gonna be that
We got ours first.
week. I'll be sure and tell them.
We've got on the calendar
I'm sure it's
first.
gonna go over really well.
All right, you get approval of the retreat?
I'll make that motion.
You get a second?
I second it.
Motion second, all those in favor?
Plus it's Thursday, Friday?
Thursday, right, Zach. Travel Thursday.
Thursday and Friday. You travel Wednesday night, and we do it Thursday all day, and then Friday in the 8th.
And come back Saturday.
And you come back Friday. Friday's half a day. Friday's half a day.
Did we vote?
Yeah, we got
All opposed? It's approved.
That's
You still shop.
Approval of personnel agenda.
Good.
I mean, if there's somebody's got something they need to pull off, I'm good with it.
Can I get a motion to approve personnel agenda as presented?
I second it.
Then motion second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. All right. Get a motion to consider executive session.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Get a motion to enter executive session for state reason, student misconduct. What else? Employee payment.
Yeah.
Appeal from MSIS. Now, you can vote to enter for those state reasons.
Make that motion.
You get a second. Get a motion second to enter for those state reasons. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We'll take, approved, we'll take 5 minutes. All right.
Thank y'all.
Y'all have a nice day.